Hi everyone, to whoever got in. I'll wait a few minutes for other people to come in and see if I can get the chat. Always the struggle with the chat. I made this list of things that can be used to make a journal, and I have a website that is, well, it's still under construction, but you can find this list if you want to print it. It's in the website is noitmyart.com, and it's under freebies. So there is a PDF there that you can print if you think it will help you. Trying to see the chat. Okay. Hi Brenda. Hi Evie. Maria. Hi Linda. Okay. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer before I start lecturing and telling you about how I'm going to make this journal. And if you have time, you can go to my website that is still under construction, noitmyart.com, and you can print this list. I've done this list, so I will have it for other times when I'm doing a journal, because there is always something that I forget that I can use in a journal, and so I made this list. And if it helps you, by all means, print it. Hi, Sandy. And the list would be under freebies. So, hi, Anita. So, last live I've done this. I took a shoebox and changed it to be an organizer for making a journal, so I can go around, take all the things that I need for making a journal, and I basically just took the lid off the shoebox and made dividers, and that's that. And I'll put the link below for the last live. After the video will be done, the live will be done, only then I can go into the description box and add something there. So I'll put a link there for that, and I will also put a link for my website. Just remember, it's still under construction. It's just the start. Hi, Melissa. Okay, so here in this organizer box that I hope you can see some of it, I've got scrapbook paper, printer paper, designed printer paper, all kinds of designed papers. I've got manila envelopes, all kinds of paper with lines, notebooks, embellishments, lots and lots of stuff here. And the way I go about it, oopsie, So I'm moving it a little bit to the side so I will have room to do something. I'm starting with the inside. Uh, I like to get a feel for my journal before I'm doing the cover. Only when I know what I've got inside, then I decide if I'm going for a hardcover or a soft cover. It's all in this page, this list that I told you. Hardcover can be a corrugated cardboard like this one, or a cereal box that it's not really hard, but it's in between a hardcover and a soft cover. So a cereal box also can be used as a cover, and thick paper is what I use for soft cover like this. And of course there are all kinds of combinations to be done. You can take any kind of paper and put fabric on it if that's what you like, or do a fake leather look with craft foam. There are all kinds of stuff. It's just up to your imagination, but basically it's between hardcover and softcover. And as I said, this will be at the end. I'm always doing the cover at the end. And although I'm doing stitching, I like to have a hidden spine. I like to do the stitching of the signatures to some kind of a spine. Only when I know that it's perfect, then I will adhere it to the cover and hide most of it. I'll explain later when we'll get to it. So, a hardcover and softcover. Now, I like to do everything here is optional. Everything here is up to you to decide what's right for you. And I like to have 3 signatures, and I don't count pages. I do it like I start piling up until I'm satisfied. There is no magic number or magic measurement to this. So I like to do 3 signatures, and I like that each signature has like something that will cover the signature. Like it can be a manila envelope like here. I don't know if you can see it because I also decorate the manila envelope. Here it is. This is the one side of the manila envelope, and this is the other side. So my signature is here in between. So this is something that can be the what's covering, or I don't know, wrapping the signature, or some thick 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. Anything goes, whatever you want. And again, it's optional. That's just how I like to do it. So 3 signatures with 3 covers, and a lot of stuff can go into the signatures. Scrapbook paper, printer paper, even a paper from notebooks or designed notebooks, designed paper, coloring pages, like in the black and white journal. I've got lots of coloring pages here that I've, like this one, and you can leave it as is, or you can push back some of the details like I've done here. So lots of stuff that can be used. Here is another coloring page at the middle of the signature, so that's another thing to go and put. And I like sometimes to stick envelopes inside, like here. Here is an envelope inside the signature. And embellishment is, of course, everything goes, and it's all here in the list. So, moving this aside, we are going to start. I'll just check what's going on in the chat. Hello everyone. Hello Australia. Oh, it's so early in the morning there. Don't know how you got up. Okay, so I'm going to put some of the 12 by 12s that I took out to play with. So here it is, and let's see, I've got 3 manila envelopes that I'm thinking of doing. As I said, that's what will wrap each signature. And well, I'll start with the 12 by 12. So there are all kinds of 12 by 12. There are very thin ones like this and this. There are thicker ones like this, and I also got some I took some ugly ones. I've got some ugly ones here that are also glossy, and I don't know who thought of doing a scrapbook paper glossy. It's just horrible. And I took out this just to show you several things, and it's always good to have a template. At least at first, when you're not used to doing stuff, make some template and then go from there. So usually I'm using the thinner paper inside, and I'm leaving thicker paper for outside. If I decided what will cover each signature won't be the manila envelope, then I will decide on one of, let's say, like this one, and this will be the one that will wrap one of my signatures. So, and also, of course, I like to make sure. Wait a minute, I've got a mess here. That I have like that I spread it around, not that all thick ones will be in one signature and one signature won't have any. I like to have a balanced signatures, so I will start to make piles, 3 piles, so I can see how it comes about. So I have 3 like this that are very thin. They are also from the same pack, same pad or whatever. So I can, here is another one, here is another one, and I also like to have all kinds of colors. And this was in the same pack, and I can use the bits and pieces here for all kinds of embellishments. I don't need it right now, so I'm going to put it aside. And let's see, here is another one from the same pack. So I've already got like 2 pages for each signature, and now I've got the thicker ones, and I'm just going to look at them and decide how to go about it. I think one will go here, one will go here, and one here, and maybe, let's see, this is more vintagey and not quite what I want for this journal, so I'm putting it aside. And I quite like this, so this one also a little bit, it looks a lot more vintage, but not as the last one, so maybe I'll use it. Okay, so I've got 2 thick ones like this, so I'm thinking One, one, and not enough room. There is never enough room. Okay. So, and also if this is one pile and I have two that are thick and two that are thin, I will again try to mix so there will be variations. Now, not all scrapbook paper was created equal. It's supposed to be 12 by 12, but a lot of time I find that there are some some discrepancies and it's not quite 12 by 12, so don't it's not that important. So okay, so here I've got another 4 and I'm going to do like here. I'm also changing a placement because I've got some green here, white here, and I wanted a green in between just because it seems to me more interesting like that. So that's all. This is from another pack and I just took it out because I thought maybe I will use the stuff here. So this also go here. I don't need it right now. So here I've got also 4 pages in the second pile, and let's see what's going on here. I've got 1, 2, 3, and better like this. Already I've got 4 12 by 12, and this one is, I don't need it right now. And as I said, it's a little bit vintagey and I don't want to use it. Another thing that I'm keeping this aside also, this is for the demonstrating all kinds of foldings and making pockets. The ugly ones I save for the templates. So I've got these 3 piles and now I'm reaching for a printer paper that I dyed, and I just put a printer paper, some stencils in between, sprayed, put another page on top and more stencil, another page on top, and just let it dry. I was not concerned about having a crisp image from the stencils. I just wanted something very soft in the background. I wasn't concerned about it is nice like this, but I wasn't concerned about it. It can be just like this and I'm happy with it. And so now I want to add some of this printer paper to my piles. So let's put this one here. And I'm going to take out first the ones that don't have quite an image, like so. And let's see what else. And some are darker, some are lighter. I really don't care. And everything that I do here is optional. You need to find what you like. And I don't adhere to any rules. Like someone says, no, this is a junk journal. Someone says, no, this is an art journal. I really don't care. I do what I feel will work, and that's it. So you do you. So I've got already here like 3 pages of this. I'm not sure if I'm going to add. I'm putting this aside. Let's see. I've got this A4 printer paper that already have a butterflies, so also I think 2 for each signature will be enough. And I'm also going to change the placement because 2 of the same thing is just not interesting. So I will take one here and put one here. And when I will do each signature, you will see what I'm talking about. Right now I'm just creating piles. And sometimes when I think I'm finished, like I will take a pile like so, okay, and then I will start flipping just to see how it looks to the eye. And if something bothering me, I can still change it. As long as I'm not stitching, you can change the placement and play with it. I'm thinking that I really like this, so I'm adding another one to each pile. Like so. Okay, enough of this one. And what else? And I took out some envelopes that I want to do in each signature. Let's see, here we go. So one envelope here, one envelope here, and here I'll put another one, this one. Yeah, so put down envelopes, and I'm thinking, let's see, I feel like I need more here to each pile. Now you can play with the sizes, like in a junk journal that you put all kinds of sizes, or you can decide that you want everything to be the same size. Again, up to you. And most of the time, especially the 12 by 12, most of the time I will make it closer to the size of an A4. A4 is printer paper, so these are printer paper. I will mostly go and cut or fold to the size of an A4. But otherwise, I really don't care, and I don't have a problem to stick something small like an envelope here. And sometimes, depending on my mood, I can take like, I've got all kinds of stuff like this, and it's smaller. If I feel like I want to put something like this, then I will add this to the pile. But I'm not feeling it, so maybe I will use it for decorations or pockets or borders, but right now I'm not sticking it in. And things are going with the wind because of my AC, so I'm going to flip it, turn it off. Whew. And while I'm at it, I'll check what's going on in the chat. Okay. Hey, Sister TX, you binge watching me a lot lately. It's so great when I see someone. eh, I can only see someone that binges off the videos if you leave a comment under each one, and that's how I know. And it's just great to see people go and watch older videos. Hi, Anne. And Texas. Yeah, it's boiling hot here also. Hi, Claudia. You made it. You made it. Checking the chat. Hi, Juanita. Hi, Laura. Okay. And everyone that I missed, hello, hello, and thank you for being here. Okay. So, what else do I want to put here? I'm thinking I have more A4s with some design on them. And let's see. And I didn't get them when I picked things for the box, but maybe put something. Haven't opened them yet. Okay, so I will add one here and one here. And here. So this is one. It's really nice to have that organizer box. It's to the left of me, and each time that I'm finishing something, I'm just putting it to the side there, and it just makes my life easier now. So it was a very good decision to do it, especially that I'm planning on more journals. I've got a list of things that I want to make. So here we are, another one. Another one. If I have smaller pages or smaller elements like envelope, I like to have them on the inside. Okay, so now that I've made this, I think that I will add from my dyed paper also in between. And then I think I will have a nice signature for each. Okay, it looks like a mess right now, but that's how it goes. Yeah, okay. So I've got 3 piles now that I fill. It's really nice. It will be nice and thick with a lot of options to play with. In whatever you are going to do with the journal, if it's for writing or arting or whatever. So that's what I've got. Going to put this aside. And next, oops. Okay, so this is one signature. Like this, and I'm still not sure if I want the manila envelope as the cover for the signature or one of these pages, some of the thick 12 by 12. I'm going to go with the thick 12 by 12, and I want this one to be the cover. So right now I'm putting it like this, and okay, I made the decision. And this one is going to be the cover of the signature. I'm going to put this aside for a minute because I want to show what I do with the 12 by 12s, how I'm making them to size, just because I like to have them to the size of an A4. So I'm taking these glossy, ugly ones to demonstrate 3 things that I like to do. Okay, so of course the most obvious thing is to just take a printer paper like so, mark on both sides and cut it to size, and you've got an A4, and you keep whatever is left, and you can do all kinds of stuff with it, like pockets and tuck-ins and tags, and punch it. You can do whatever you want, and it will be with the same theme of the rest of the stuff. So of course, just cutting it to size. Now a 12 by 12 is a little bit longer here from a printer paper, but I like it that it's like that. So, but you can measure and you can cut to make it exactly an A4, up to you. So that's first, just cutting it to size. Second, again, just because I like it to be almost the size of printer paper, I will take a printer paper like so, and I will fold to size. Now you can measure, you can mark, whatever is easier for you. You can also take a stylus, depending on the thickness of the 12 by 12 paper. You can take a stylus and make your life easier. Just so the fold will be easier. I was so gentle that with my stylus. I'll just go over again. Okay, so it's not enough to make a fold. This will be pockets. Also, it's best to find the center, like so. And I'm not bothering right now to be precise because this is just a template. And what you're going to do is basically, I'm going to take a black permanent marker just so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the center line here. It's better to take either a cutter or a scissors, whatever is easier for you, and take out a little bit here. So it won't be difficult when you are putting it into the signature. It will be easier to fold. So just going a little bit to the side and into the center, very gentle, like so. Okay, so that's how it would look. The stitching is going to be here, so when you are folding it will be easy and you won't have something bulky here. And of course when you're building up the pages, you will put here and here adhesive and create the pocket. Now, of course, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can, after you've got, this is just the base. You can do whatever you want to it. You can take a punch in whatever shape you want. Let's see. And it doesn't have to be a circle. If you've got something else you can do with something else, you can do something like that. You can decide that you want an irregular pocket, and I'm just doing it on the other side. Let's do something like that. It's really up to your imagination. So you can do a pocket that will look like this. You can do a pocket that will go like this or like this, up to you. So that's one more thing. And this is another way to go about making pockets. I've learned it from Natasha from, I think it's Treasure Books. Correct me if I'm wrong. And let's see. Taking the 12 by 12, folding it diagonally like so. And it's easier to take a bone folder and burnish the fold. If you don't have a bone folder, just use the back of your scissors. Just make sure it doesn't have paint, because if it has paint it will go on top of your paper. I'm folding it also in half. So basically here will be the stitching. This is the center fold. And now what you do, let's see, you're just taking one corner like this. And one corner like this. And now you have here, you have a place to tuck in stuff. Let's take some stuff just so you can see. I can tuck here something. I can put something here. Like so. And of course, here you will have to put some glue. And of course, from the other side again. You can put all kinds of stuff inside. Like so, like so. Okay, I can even go, because it's folded, I can go like this, and here it creates another pocket. I can go like this. So lots of options. And even in this, after you folded, if you want, you can go in and do, again, punch it if you want. If you don't want a straight line, even here, you can decide that you do some wavy line if that's what speaks to you. Like, let's see, something like that. And even here, I can do something like that. A little bit more difficult, but it can be done. And this thing is better to cut before you stitch and before you glue the pieces that create the pockets, because you can't bring the scissor inside once you are it's in place. It's not perfect right now, but it's here, like so. So now it's wavy. Maybe I'll do wavy stuff in this art journal. So that's the 3 things that I do with the 12 by 12. 3 templates that I can use. Let's take this back. And all the embellishments, all this little stuff that I've collected in the box are going afterwards. First, you have to build the signatures before and stitch before you are starting to decorate your journal. Okay, so let's see. So here is one signature, and this is going to be the cover, and I'm going to trim it. I can use this, the ugly one, to do so it's in place. This goes back to the box. It can be, again, a pocket, a tag, whatever. So it goes back into the box for later use. That's the cover. Now, let's do, I've got 3 12 by 12, and I'm thinking that I don't want to do this one. I don't want to do I'm thinking if to do it as a pocket or leave it be. No, I'm going to make it again. Okay. Okay, so now just taking a little bit here. Good enough. And let's go, as I said, let's go wavy instead of straight. Where are my pencils? Here. Just so it would be easier. I can also flip it right now like this, just so I can cut the two of them at the same time. Here we go. So this one, and just thinking of using more of my dyed paper. This one here, and now this one I'm going to do it like this. The decisions take more time than making the stuff. I think this one I won't go wavy. It's interesting enough without adding anything. Of course, I can decorate later on with all kinds of stuff, but basically this is it. And you can decide when you're putting this inside your journal if you want it like this or if you want it like this. You just change the direction of the fold, up to you. So here I'm putting this one, and I'll add another dyed paper, and now this one I'm going to cut it to size. And the leftover will go into the box. Okay. I'm always checking to see how it looks because there are two sides and I want to see how it goes. Okay. Yeah. Again, you can just flip and see that everything is to your liking, and a lot of times if you have some kind of directionality of something, just check that you are that your paper is in the correct direction. And only thing to do here is just fold it in half. But a better way to go about it is to take one or two and fold them, just easier and more precise than trying to take all of them at the same time. It just helps with the fold. And when you're folding it like this, all of them, at the end you will have different length of the paper. It's already there is difference. Now if you like precise things when you are finishing compiling the signature, you can go and just cut the excess. I don't like to cut the excess. I like that I have all kinds, so that's how I go about it. If there is something that really sticks out, then I will trim it. Same thing if you've got something that sticks out at the top, at the bottom. If it really bothers you, just trim it. I just need to not forget the envelope that I want to tuck in the middle. Now this is smaller than the both pages, so it's tricky to place it in the middle. So what I'm doing, I'm just taking these two, I'm folding them in half, and now it's just easier because this is already folded. It's just easier to tuck it in between, like so. I've got a little bit sticking here from the folded paper, and I can trim it later. Or now I can just take scissors and like this, and that's it. This is already folded. And here we go. Again, thicker papers are best to go over with the bone folder or the back of the scissors. I've got one signature ready to go, and I need to do two more. And just go and put a clip on it. You will probably need it later to hold things in place when for the stitching. So here we go, just like that. Very, very easy. Next. Okay, let's see what's going on in the chat. A whole craft supply shop tucked under the desk. Yeah, no, under the desk there is the trash basket, the joint compound bucket, and a bucket of like wet wipes for cleaning. But all around me there is a craft shop, yeah. The butterfly envelopes are from the cheap store. Of course. But I seen those kind of envelopes on AliExpress and Temu, so it's not something special. And you can go and take white envelope and start stamp on it or stencil, whatever, and make your own envelopes. Okay. So I've got this ones, and I'm going to make this one into the cover of the signature. I need to trim it. Where did I put it? Just taking the printer paper, the 12 by 12, and let's see, direction. Okay. Okay, that's the cover. And now I've got this ones. Which one? I think this is busy, so I'm going to do this one like this. Okay, so I've got this one, and this one I'm going to fold. And you know what? This one, it's white on white, and I'm feeling my eyes on it. And I can take some other A4 and make my life easier. And now I can see what I'm doing. Taking the stylus, marking, just because it's easier, but you don't have to have a stylus. You can even use a pen that doesn't work anymore. Even a pen that does work, because it will be inside the pocket and nobody will see it, so it really doesn't matter. And taking a little bit off the middle. And let's do the wavy. And I'm folding it again like this, just so I can do both the sides at the same time, and it will be the same wave. Here we go. So I've got this, and so I'm thinking, like I've done in the last signature, to add more of the dyed printer paper. So cover of the signature, this dyed paper, and this paper with pockets here, another dyed paper, yeah, and now this one, I think now I will add this one and maybe another one with pocket, or just trimming. I'm going to do another one with a pocket. Now, when you're doing a pocket and you have an image like the butterfly, of course it will be upside down, but it doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, don't use a paper like this for a pocket. Use it somehow other way. And once you start and you get, let's say, the feel of the journal, it just becomes easier and faster. You just need to take the first decisions about the journal, and then it just flows. Here we go. So another one here, and now I can start putting the others. go. And here is the envelope in the middle, and here. And we've got another signature, and I can trim this that's sticking out and find a clip. Okay, 2 signatures done. Next. I'm using this one again to be the cover, so I will have like the 3 signatures will be this one with this cover, then that cover, and again the same one. I think it would be nice. So this one is going to be the cover, and again going to trim it. Let's put this aside. Yeah. Okay. So I've got these 3, and I need to decide what I'm doing with each one, like the 2 others. Like a 12 by 12 like this, I want you the pocket because I'm losing all this. All the details are at the bottom. If I'm doing it as a pocket, it just doesn't work very well. So this is something that I want to use as a pocket, and if I'm going to trim it, then I'm going to trim it from the bottom, so this will be more, the page. So not enough room. Oh, babe. Oh, boy. So here is the page. And I think I'll add another dyed paper, like so, and it's going into this. Okay, and now I'm left with these 2, and I think this would be okay to do it as a pocket at the bottom. So once again, here is my stylus. Mess, mess, mess. A lot of mess. I'm a magician. I'm just make things disappear. That's what I have to say. I'm a magician. Where did my pencil go? Okay, here it is on the floor. Here we are. So I've got this one, and I've got two left of the dyed paper. So I'm going to stick one here and this one and another one like so. And now with the last one, okay, so this one here, and now folding the rest. And not forgetting the envelope. and trimming this one. Okay, so I've got 3 signatures. Yeah, okay. Let's see if I missed something in the chat. Yeah, kid parties. I will make the kids disappear. No, I'm joking. But I don't know, I feel like every kid that I run into these days, they are either whining or screaming. Don't know why. How is that fold? You do that, you fold. I don't know. I'm sorry. Something is beeping here. Wait a minute. I'm going to check what is beeping. I don't know. Someone put an alarm or something. I hope that's the last of it. At least I hope so, so I don't need to go downstairs. Okay, so I'm thinking now what I need to do first. Okay, I need to find something for the spine. Again, I like to have a hidden spine. It helps in ways that you don't have to have a perfect stitching. So you don't see it not on the outside and not really on the inside. Like here, you don't see any stitching because it's on a hidden spine. And here, you can only see in between signatures whatever spine I took. And of course, you can cover it. I put here a washi tape, so even that can be covered. You can take for a spine, it needs to be something sturdy because the the waxed thread that at least that's what I'm using when I'm stitching signatures. I don't want it to rip into whatever I'm using. And if it's something, this is like Bristol paper, it will tear it. It won't, even if you watch the tension of your thread, it will tear it. You need something more sturdy, something thick like a cereal box for that matter. And you can use a cereal box. You can even paint it on both sides so you don't see whatever on the cereal box. And anything else that comes to mind. If you have all kinds of materials, I've got all kinds of stuff. I tried it. I can tell you that I've tried it on craft foam. It doesn't work. It tears the craft foam. But if you have other stuff that is like more like fake leather, then it can be the hidden spine. And it also has flexibility, so it's also something that is good for a hidden spine. And of course, if you don't want to and you don't care, you can go and stitch it directly to your cover and not do a hidden spine. And so I'm going to go and see what I have to. I just want to show you even any box. It's like this is a pizza box from the supermarket. Something like this will be a great spine. Okay, and of course you can just color it from both sides. You can, if you don't want from you can take from any area that you want. Another thing that can work, let's see, where did I put it? Where is it? I know I had it. I had some like a very thick binders that the material was good for to make a spine or even a cover for your journal, and I can't find it now. Oh, here it is. This kind of binders, this is thick enough and sturdy enough to be the spine or even a cover for the whole journal. So another thing that you can use. And I like the color, so I'm thinking that's what I'm going to use. And it's again from the cheap store. It's very cheap, so I can cut it and use it for whatever I want. Here, just took a piece out of it. And you want your spine to be not more from your signatures. It can even be a little less, but not higher than your signature. Here we go. Okay. So now you need to decide what kind of stitch you want, and again, always it's better to make a template. So let's take a piece of something. Okay. And just because it's bothering me, I'm going to make a straight line here. I don't like measuring. That's why I'm using the lines on the cutting mat. Okay, so most videos that you will see about binding the signatures, they will tell you that to do 3 holes to make the stitching. So when you're going in with the thread, then you can go and do like an 8 figure and go again and again until you feel it's sturdy enough, but always in the 8 shape. I'm not everyone. And it seems like I don't like following rules. For this kind of a journal, I just do 2 holes that I feel will hold all my all the signature, and I'm just going like this, but up to you. And I'm always making a template so I can take and put it on the inside the signature to mark the place. And if you want to, you can measure, like this is the spine, and you can decide that you want from where to where you want the stitch. And it's better to plan on the spine, on this spine that is going to be quite hidden. And the easiest way to go about it is to measure it, find the center. Let's see if it doesn't matter if it's centimeters or inches, just find the center. And once again, I'm just aligning it on the mat because it's easier for me. Here we go. So that's the center. And then I'm thinking, and in terms of where you put your holes for the stitch, because I've got this small piece, which is the envelope, I need to take it into consideration. If I will put a hole here and a hole here, this won't work because it won't get in here and it won't hold it in place. So I need to do 2 holes that will take into consideration my envelope. And of course you can also find the center of the spine if you are not like me and eyeballing things. That's the center line. And then you put the center of whatever it is, like the envelope. So this is the center. And now I know that I can put here where I'm going to stitch, and I'm going to put here. That's what I decided, and I'm going to erase the others so I won't get it mixed up. So this will be, this is the planning on the center signature. It will be here, okay? And you need to see how bulky, how thick each signature is, and decide where you want to plant or the other one, stitch the other one. Okay, it can't be too close to this one. And don't be afraid to take a little bit to the side. So most of the time I will just, again, I'm eyeballing things because that's how I'm used to. Most of the time I will just go like 5 millimeters to the side. So basically this is the spine and how it will look. And now I need to make a template. So let's see. First of all, I need my pokey tool, and if you've got these foamy blocks that are for kids, this is what I use underneath when I want to poke something. They are all sold like these ones I find like a cube in the cheap store, where it's like for kids, and I usually buy these ones to make a multiple facet or whatever, I'm not sure about the word, stamp. I will glue items like from craft foam on each side, and then I will have all kinds of stamps on each side. And these ones I usually use underneath to poke the holes. So this is this, and I'm taking a piece of this ugly paper. Oops. And that is going to be the template. And no, I don't care if it's how I okay. So this is the spine. I can already poke the holes. Went a little to the side because it didn't look good. And now all I have to do is put this one on this one, poke the middle. I don't need the whole free for the template. Okay. And I'm also going to fold it in half. Here we go. So that's the spine. This is the template. I can take a signature. Find the center. Making sure everything is in place, even folding it like so to make sure. And you can also use the clips to hold down this side and the other one, like so. Let's take this one. So everything is in place. And now with my pokey tool, I don't know if you can see it, but that's the template, and here are the two holes. I'll put a little bit of black here just so you can see. And now I'm holding it here, and I'm going in flat. Not completely flat, but just making sure that the pokey tool, or I think it's called an owl, will get out here close to the fold and not go anywhere else. And sometimes you need to use force to do it. Here we go. Here is one. Here is the other one. Okay. I can take out the template. I'm still leaving the clips because it's easier. And well, let's see. Now it's really up to you if you want to go ahead and stitch one signature and then go to the other ones, do the holes and stitch a signature, or poke a hole in all of them and then stitch the signature. Really up to you. I didn't do the sewing yet. I'm just just making the holes right now. Here we go. Template. Making sure everything is in place. Okay. Here we go. Got another one. Next. Put in the template again. And I need more clips. Yeah. Seems everything is in place. Okay. One. And two. Okay, finished with the template. And now I need to bring the waxed thread. I didn't take it out in advance, so I'm now taking it out. Here we are. Hi, Betty. Okay. So I've got my thread. This needle, I bought a kit of needles that are supposed to be for upholstery. So it's bigger, it's stronger, and it has a bigger hole here. So just easier to work with in this case. I'm just making a note at the end. It's giving me trouble. Don't know why. Okay. Another one, just so it won't go through the hole. Okay. I'm starting from the outside of the signature because I want the note to be there. It's going to be, so it would be hidden. So I've got the spine, and this is really up to you if you like to work from right to left, left to right. If some like to do the middle first and then the other two. So really up to you. I think I'm going to start with this one. So from the outside, finding the middle, and because the envelope is smaller, I need to find the hole and be very careful because the envelope is a thin paper and I don't want to damage it. So here we go, all the way through, pull all the way through and into the spine. And I like the hidden spine, not all, so because it you don't see all the stitching, but also it's easier for me to stitch to a smaller piece like that and not be bothered with the whole cover of the journal. That's the best explanation that I can give you. Once again, going in, and sometimes you just need to wiggle until you find your path through. Just don't use force, because if you use force most of the time it means that you are not in the right place and then you create more holes and it just won't do. Now make sure that there is tension, but don't overdo it. You don't want to rip the paper. So I'm going again here. And one last time here. There we go. let's see if I can. I go and inside the knot I've got here to where I started, like so. And now I'll just do a closure for this, like going under and inside the loop. I don't even need the needle anymore. I can just do it by hand. And now it's not good. Okay, but it's wax, so it has some way, some leeway in unknotting. So here it is now, it's okay. There is tension, but not too much. I'm doing another one just to make sure that everything stays in place, and I can trim it. So now I'm going to sew the next signature. Why it's giving me trouble? Here we go. Another knot on top of it. Yes. Okay. So now I'm going again from the outside towards the inside, and I'm doing the next signature, which is this one. Just keep track of the signatures, and envelope in a minute first. And I'm going with the knot on this side. Here I started here, now I'm going here, just so I won't have one area with a lot of bulk. Here we go. Inside, wiggling. Here we go. And now that I'm inside, I can go and do the envelope. Yeah. It's in place. There is enough tension. And I can go in again. Okay. Sometimes the thread goes all kinds of places. I'm just making sure that everything is straight. Yeah. Once again. Okay, so like the other one, I've done 3 loops, and I'm going here again, getting into the knot just because I prefer it that way. You don't have to. And going under and into the loop. And here we go, just one more. Yeah, now I'm just trimming the excess. One left. I haven't even decided what kind of cover I want for this. And after that comes all the fun stuff, the decorating, going page by page and deciding what to do, how to decorate, what to add. But I don't know if I have it in me. I'm getting tired. So maybe we'll continue the decorating next time, because there are so many ideas for decorating inside. Okay. So next, from the outside, inside, wiggling until I get through. Here we go. And now envelope. If you're worried about an envelope because it's thin, you can put here something decorative. If it's a washi tape or a lace trim or anything that will just add to it. Here we go. Again, I'm always checking on both sides that there is enough tension and I don't have anything loose. Because if you don't pay attention and it's not, and you have a loose thread, then it will wiggle on the spine. Here we go. Going into the knot. that's it. Finished with the stitching. This is my journal, and that's how it looks in between the signatures. That's how I like it. Of course, if you want to, you make the spaces closer in between, okay? And still there is the need for decorating, and at least I like, and all this needs to be glued, like here at the bottom. So there is a pocket, and also the other ones that I've done, like the straight ones. Why can't I find one when here it is? Glue here and glue here. Yeah. So the other part of doing the cover and the decorating will have to wait, I think, for the next live. And that's it. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Will you do art in the journal or write? I don't know yet. When I feel I want to make a journal, I make a journal, and I'm always making it so it can be both ways. And lots of the time it's just either given as a gift or sold. So I'm not making it because I have to have it for art journaling. I'm making it because I have to make it. I just have to. If I have something that I feel I need to make, I make it, no matter what. Yeah, okay. So no more questions for me while I'm still here. There are so many things that I still want to do. More journals. I want to do a sea theme journal. I want to do a vintage one. And I also have lots of stuff that I want to do regular videos on. I've made some I think they are pretty papers that I want to do a video on because it's so easy and they are so nice. I really like them. All this it used to be a printer paper. All this. So I want to do a video on this and two other methods to do painty papers. I didn't think I will do more. I have 9 videos about making painty papers or collage papers, however you want to call them. And now I want to do 2 more techniques. So that's also planned. I have an art journal that I bought, and I'm calling it an art journal. It's just with paper inside that is good for art journaling. It has hardcover, and I want to do something on the hardcover. I don't know what is going to be on the inside on the hardcover. I'm planning to do something like a bark texture, tree bark texture with like a small door, like a fairy inhabited in the tree. So that's another thing that is planned. I've got a list of things that I want to do. Let's see. Okay. And of course, if there is something that you want to see, to or do, as long as it's up my alley, I'm glad to do it. Sometimes I get requests for things that I don't know what to, like things that really don't interest me. Like if you'll ask me to do a video on sculpturing, or it won't be me. I don't like sculpturing. I know how to do it. Not my thing. Or like I don't know what to call it, how it's called in English. Like when you are making a vase on the thing that goes round and round. Sorry, I don't know the name for it. I also know that thing, and I don't like it. So as long as it's up my alley, I'm glad to do a video. Yeah. For this, I need to take a folding table outside to the balcony, spread out, and do the video. Oh, pottery, thank you. Sometimes the simple things just out of my mind. So this is it for today. If you have question, at least up till now, for making this, I'm still here. And this is it. I'll go downstairs, put the links that I promised in the description box. It takes like 2 to 3 minutes until YouTube is like recognizing that I finished the live, and only then I can do something in the description box. Do you do pop-up pages or tunnel book? Pop-up pages, not really, because I don't have the patience for it, and I don't know what tunnel book is. If that it's not finished, this is just the beginning. I will do the next live. I will do the cover, and I will do all the decorating on the inside with all this, the other stuff that is here in the box that we talked about. I've got here all the lace trims and stamps and all kinds of embellishments. So that will be the next week on the live. Will you finish this live? I'm finishing for now, and I will finish this hopefully next live. Yeah. So thank you everyone for coming in. It's great to have you, and it's great to have a feedback, and it keeps me going. What can I say? It keeps me going. You, the regular videos when you leave me comments, it's great. So thank you all, and I'll be seeing you next week. So thank you all. Bye.